Yeah. All right, let's do this. Two movies heading to theaters this weekend. Are they worth it? White House Down is where we start.
Okay, Jamie Foxx plays the President of the United States of America. Channing Tatum is an aspiring Secret Service agent. Domestic terrorists take over the White House, and Channing has to spring into action and save not only the President, but possibly the whole country.
We both saw it. Have a look.
This is John Kale. I'm in the White House. They've taken the building and they're holding hostages, including my daughter.
Alpha 1, do you have the target? Roger that. We're holding the president in the library.
That's a library.
Well, that clip pretty much sets up all of the plot points.
Yeah, there you go.
I like a good political thriller, and there's a lot of shows out there that do it well. Homeland, 24.
Yeah.
We've seen it on the big screen, too. This movie is almost laughable. Jamie Foxx right there, who I'm a big fan of as president. This is a forgettable performance from the man. And when you hear about these plot lines in political thrillers, the grit and realism is so important to keep you riveted for the full 2 hours, because that is the runtime of this flick.
Yeah, I mean, I like the chemistry between Channing and Jamie here. There were some genuinely very funny moments in this movie, and I think a lot of it was done tongue-in-cheek.
But that's the problem. It separates you from the story to buy you in, because what's the identity? Is it a political thriller, or is it a comedy? And
yeah.
It's such a fine line you walk.
And then they also have the subplot of, like, Channing trying to rescue his daughter, so it gets overly sentimental at times. The action as well, although some of the scenes I enjoyed, the hand-to-hand combat and the fighting, it was far too jarring. And honestly, Roland Emmerich, I mean, he destroyed the White House on Independence Day in 2012. He tries to do it again here. He's got a lot of great effects in his movies, but the CG in this movie, it was not good. There were times when it was quite obvious that those guys weren't in front of the White House. They were clearly in front of a green screen.
And when that happens, again, it pulls you out of the story. I will say Channing Tatum, he is a believable action star in this flick,
sure.
So that aspect worked for me. But yeah, on many levels, this one just missed. And I think with a $150 million production budget and the estimate saying it's going to make about $30 million, this movie's going to take a loss. I'm going to give this 2 mallets. I'd say forget about it, move on to the next flick.
I agree with what you're saying. To me, it was really like trying to be Die Hard, with the henchmen and the villains that had all kinds of different characteristics, like there was the hacker and things like that. I enjoyed some moments of this movie. Some of the sequences were quite amusing, and some of the fight scenes were well done, but overall, I thought it was, material that had been done before, and it was just frankly all too silly. 2 hammers.
Okay. Now, the other one's all about the ladies, Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy. Good duo here for this comedy.
This movie's even worse.
No.
Yes. Now, Melissa McCarthy is a tough-talking Boston cop. She pairs up with Sandra Bullock, who's an FBI agent, and they have to take down a drug lord. This one has been done a million times over. We've seen the same role from Bullock, and Melissa McCarthy is in danger of being typecast dangerously in this movie. And they honestly have so much physical comedy using McCarthy's size, shall we say, which really turned me off. And the level of violence and vulgarity in this movie, they were just trying way too hard to sort of be like a Hangover Bridesmaids female action buddy cop movie, full of cliches. I couldn't wait for it to be over. Predictable plot. Honestly, I'm getting tired of this whole shtick with Melissa McCarthy playing the same character in every movie. So this one actually was worse to me than White House Down.
Ooh, how many hammers?
1 hammer out of 5 for the Heat.
All right, slim pickings at the box office this weekend. Perhaps Michelle's 3 years hiatus at the movie theater might not end this weekend.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do it. Oh, well.